Let's talk about a common objection that you'll get on a cold call, which is, I'm not the right person. So when you hear this, there could be a couple things going on. One, they might not be the right person. Two, what you said isn't clear and they might be the right person, but didn't understand what you said. Or three, they might be saying this just to brush you off the phone. So let me walk you through a approach that will help you diffuse this objection in a way where people don't feel sold or manipulated, and in a way that actually feels good on your soul. And I'm going to use a lot of the principles that I learned from Chris Voss of Never Split the Difference fame. So you hear this objection, and quite frankly, any objection. The first thing you're going to do is use a diffusing phrase. In a very calm, slow way, you'll say something like this. That's okay. That's all right. That's not a problem. Pick any one of those phrases, and that's automatically going to change the dynamic of the call, because what prospects are used to is salespeople trying to overcome objections. So the very nature that you're just using a diffuser is going to slow the call down. It's going to calm the call down, and it's also going to calm you down. Next, if you think this is the right person, but perhaps they're trying to brush you off, you're going to use a label. And a label is just labeling the emotion or the feeling that the person said or is feeling. And that might sound like this. Sounds like you're not the person that runs sales training. Sounds like you don't handle sales training. One of two things is going to happen here. They're going to say, well, actually I do. Or you're right, I don't handle that. So again, from the beginning, I'm not the person that handles that. That's not a problem. Sounds like you don't run sales training. That's right, I don't. And now we're going to go to step number 3. And step number 3 is we're going to ask, but we're going to do it in a very specific way. We're going to actually use what's called an accusation audit to label the negative emotions that people are probably thinking. And that might sound like this. Hey, John, I know it's not your job to help salespeople that are lost. And I'm a little embarrassed to be asking this, but who's responsible for that? Who's in charge of that? Who handles that? Just like that, in a very calm way. So from the beginning, that's not a problem. Sounds like you don't handle sales training. Hey, I'm a little embarrassed to even be asking this, but who handles that? Who's in charge of that? Who runs that? In a very calm voice, not, hey, who's in charge of that? Tonality, right? Then they're going to maybe give you a name. If they don't, that's okay. Because as my hat says, you don't control other people. You don't control how they respond to your message, or if they respond in a positive way. If they say, I'm not comfortable sharing that, you just say, thank you. And you have a nice day and you're on to the next call. Oftentimes when you use this approach, though, I have found 7, 8 times out of 10, they'll say, if they know, you got to speak to Bob. And then you're going to say, thank you for being so helpful. This is also called a positive label. Thank you for being so generous with your time. I very rarely cold call people and have them be so helpful. I lay this on a little thick because it makes the next part much more likely to happen, which is, would it be okay if I mentioned that you sent me their way? Would it be okay if I told them, oh, you sent me? Sure. And now you can leverage their name, which gives you a little bit more credibility. If you thought these tips were helpful, I actually have a new product called Tongue Tied. It's 33 of the most common sales objections that you hear, and they're flashcards. On the front is the objection. On the back is the talk track, so that you can practice these and be more confident. So you're not practicing on your prospects. You drill the cards in so that when prospects raise the objection, you feel more confident. Hopefully this was helpful. Have a great day.